What is elegance? Elegance is defined as the quality of being stylish or graceful in appearance or manner. Elegance is a term we usually associate with people we consider as upper class, the creme de la creme of society. I want to conduct a short but extremely important activity here. Please participate, as it is necessary for you to fully comprehend this video and for you not to be a party pooping dickhead. For 10 seconds, I would like you to imagine the most elegant scenery with the most elegant people. You are allowed to create fictional characters within your vision. Clothes, appearance, mannerisms, everything you possibly can. Ready, set, go. Stop, time is up. You will find out why I asked you to do this activity a little later in the video. How does one become elegant? Is there an objective perspective of what elegance is? You clicked on this video, so you certainly have an idea of what elegance is. But how did you get that idea in the first place, and how did you end up accepting it as part of your subjective reality? Elegance is sold to us as something we should live up to if we desire to become S-tier, luxurious, and sophisticated human beings. Is elegance confined to a specific culture? To answer this question, we need a quick overview of the origin of this word. The first recorded use of the word elegance was between the years 1400 and 1450 in England. Elegance stems from the Latin word elegans, which is also responsible for sparking other variations of the word outside of the English language all over Europe. Since this word was born in Europe, it would be fair to say that it was originally used to describe class, luxury, superiority, and refinement from a European perspective. And think about this, right? This might sound crazy, but then most of society perceives and judges the world through a European lens. The reason why people perceive the world through a European lens is because of Europe's long history of colonialism, racism, and conquering land that doesn't belong to them, which in turn has granted them the power of distributing wealth and power over the media. Do not underestimate the power of the media, because the media is the reason why we believe in the things that we believe in. To show this, I will use myself as an example. I have never met a Mexican person. I have never spoken to a Mexican person, but for the longest of times, I've had this very bad perception that they are only gangsters and drug lords, because that is what the media told me. In a lot of movies I'd watch, I'd see this Mexican drug lord who controls this big cartel distributing the finest cocaina. Let's go back to that little 10-second exercise that I kindly requested for you to complete. I will now attempt to guess the elegant scenery you envisioned in your mind. You probably guessed something along the lines of tuxedo in an opera house, or Victorian era style dresses, or sipping red wine in a fancy restaurants consuming French cuisine type shit. The bottom line is, it was probably something that's along the lines of some Eurocentric shit, which kind of suggests that in order to achieve elegance, you must align yourself and your forms of expression to European standards. As you can already guess, I don't like that shit. To me, elegance feels a lot like a concept that has tricked people into accepting European standards of superiority and excellence as their own, despite having their own culture. To show you how deeply ingrained this is within our minds, and that I'm not a crazy ass conspiracy theory nigga, I will tell you a real life experience that I witnessed that inspired me to make the video that you're watching right now. During one of my lectures 2 or 3 months back, my lecturer and the class were having a discussion about marriage and relationships. And my lecturer mentioned that her fiance is an Italian. And the girls in my class' first reaction was,
"Ooh, wow."
And I sat there and thought to myself, what the fuck was that, bro? The only information you have of this guy is the fact that he's Italian, and your instant reaction was,
"Ooh, wow."
One of the girls in my class asked the lecturer if her Italian fiance has an Italian cousin who's single and ready to mingle. And then there was some more chitter chatter between the girls, all excited about the fact that this guy is Italian, and I heard one statement from another girl. She said, "Who would say no to an Italian?" At that point, it's safe to say that I was a little frustrated because I was witnessing a live NPC dialogue, bro. The way these girls were fiending over Italian men showed me how weak and easily convinced the human mind actually is. This entire conversation happened in Durban, South Africa, and I can guarantee that most South Africans have never met or interacted with Italian men. And I can guarantee even more that these girls have never had an in-depth interaction with an Italian man. The only experience they probably have of Italian men is through media portrayals and reading about them in history. And those are two fields where information is heavily altered to push a very specific narrative to get you thinking in a very specific way to achieve a very specific goal. Judging by the way the girls instantly reacted to the fact that my lecturer's fiance is an Italian, it was very easy for me to tell that they probably have extremely positive and attractive characteristics that they attach to being Italian. Non-Europeans put Europeans on a pedestal because they've been brainwashed to think that any association with Europeans will bring them up to their level. And just like yin and yang tells us, for every force, there is an equal opposite. Where there is superiority, there is inferiority. Any non-European who puts European culture and standards on a pedestal looks down on their own culture and other cultures. There's a whole lot to question in this world, and we don't think the way we do by coincidence. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and I highly suggest that you watch the video that's on the screen right now, because I 100% believe that you will enjoy it as much as you enjoyed watching this one. Have a great life, and bye.